Welcome to AIGP News. I'm Steve Sanders. In this week's top story, Syrian officials rained tank shells and bullets this week on rebels. This is the worst attack on the rebels since the Empire blew up Alderaan. At least 32 people were killed in these attacks, with countless others wounded, proving once again that civil disobedience is still disobedience. The forces who did this attack were reportedly an elite unit led by ex-Marine Jim Raynor, who was angry at his girlfriend's death. Nearly 100,000 Yemenis protested in Yemen's capital this week. This is the largest protest since the president left the country. These protesters' main goal was to get the country to change its name from Yemen to something that didn't sound like a Canadian snow monster. The Yemen president left this week to go get medical treatment in Saudi Arabia, a place known for its state-of-the-art medical treatment that was cutting edge in 1865. The Yemen president, who has ruled for over 33 years, is resisting outside interference that is causing for his ouster. He is also resisting eating that Sunday for lunch, as he is trying to lose weight. After weeks of high-tech testing, scientists have finally determined the answer to the E. coli problem. It's D. The answer is D. These scientists have determined that the spread of the E. coli came from sprouts grown in a German organic farm, proving that even in peacetime, the Germans are up to something. An explosion inside Somalia's interior minister house has killed him and a woman thought to be the bomber. This is the worst tragedy to happen to a country no one can find on the map since last week. Somalians threw rocks after hearing this news, as he was a very popular minister. This goes back to an old Somalian tradition: if you hit a dead rock with a body, it comes back to life. A Connecticut woman received a full face transplant this week, only the third in recorded U.S. history. She is looking forward to her new face and only hopes this isn't an episode of The Twilight Zone. This woman's face was torn apart by a neighbor's chimpanzee years ago. She was left only able to eat pureed food and not able to see, giving us all a new reason not to move to Connecticut, because apparently they have chimpanzees there. And imagine, I can't even own a pig. An international satellite rocketed into Earth's low orbit this week to measure levels of salt in the upper levels of Earth's ocean. Or in layman's terms, Tracy Morgan went on an anti-gay rant this week, saying that gays is a choice and that if his son were gay, he would kill him. His son immediately started looking at Playgirl. Tracy Morgan then apologized for this rant, saying it wasn't funny, which we all knew, since nothing Tracy Morgan says is funny. The money the U.S. government is using to fund the recovery effort will slow to a trickle after the U.S. government buys more bonds, meaning inflation will go down. This will happen after the government buys $50 billion in treasury bonds. And then the over $600 billion the government put back for the recovery effort, companies will only see a fraction of it. We don't know what this means, but it sounds confusing, so the government probably doesn't either. The U.S. government's debt was cut by over half in the month of May. It went down to $500 trillion, not a quadrillion. This comes as unemployment is on the downslope, as more people are finding jobs, but the government is still facing a crisis as baby boomers start to retire, meaning Maddox's plan of shooting old people into the sun is looking more and more appealing. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has said she has no interest in joining the World Bank once the top position is opened up. Does anybody remember when she said she had no interest in being president? Reports, though, are saying that she has shown interest in the top position, which term ends in mid-2012, more interest than she's shown in Bill in a long time, which means absolutely nothing. Import prices rose for an 8th straight month in May, which wouldn't be a problem if we in the U.S. didn't buy everything from China. The Labor Department, though, said with oil prices going down, import prices should go down too, bringing some relief to businesses, but not to their CEOs who still have to pee. Syrian gunships fired on protesters in the town of Marut al-Namin, or however the hell you say it, this week, proving that Syria has planes. These gunships fired on protesters, but no one was injured, meaning that they wasted bullets. A top Federal Reserve employee has said that the U.S. economy will pick up in 2011. What it will pick up is unknown, but it will be difficult since it doesn't have hands. He also said the recovery effort will be painfully slow and will have greater risks. We don't know what this means, but I'm sure it's good news to someone. Hillary Clinton said that China may not have Africa's interests at heart, and they should consider the U.S. as another option. Africa balked at this claim, because when has anyone came to Africa that didn't have Africa's interests at heart? This is part of the Obama administration's plan to help Africa with problems such as HIV and AIDS, help support economic growth, and help deal with food shortages, unlike Obama's plan for America, which is to make kids skinny. Germany stuck to its guns this week, demanding investors help it with Greece's new economy effort, and then they shot a duck with a Luger. Germany said the investors' help was unavoidable and moved for a bond swap with Greece. This is all part of Germany's plan to take over the world. Okay, that was bad. There are fires in Arizona, so we sent our own Lieutenant Squiggles to report on them. Lieutenant, are you there?
Hello, Chris.
So, Lieutenant, what's Arizona like?
Oh, it's fucking hot. God, it's hot. It's so hot, my fur is melting off my body and turning into a puddle of fur at the bottom of my feet. Okay, it's not quite that hot, but it's fucking hot out here, Critic.
Arizona is a desert. It's supposed to be hot.
No, it's really hot. It's like 110 degrees outside.
Once again, Arizona is a desert.
Critic, why can't you ever send me somewhere nice? Like that Budweiser cruise. Yeah! Lieutenant Squiggles could really get to go there. He'd love to see some beaver. And he doesn't mean the furry animal.
What are you talking about, Lieutenant? We send you to all sorts of nice places.
Why can't I report from like the Bahamas or something instead of you send me to the damn desert? Or New York in winter.
Many people love New York in wintertime, and people live in Arizona.
That's because people are stupid. Please, just send me to the Bahamas.
Lieutenant, there are no stories to report on in the Bahamas right now.
I'm sure there are, Critic. I'm sure there are. But, I mean, you can send me there.
Lieutenant, can't you just report on the fires?
They're hot. Now, when do I get to go to the Bahamas?
We need more information, Lieutenant.
Okay, fine. They're hot, they burn, there's smoke, trees are falling. Okay, can I go to the Bahamas now? Or maybe not even the Bahamas. Florida, a nice hotel, Las Vegas, I don't know, just somewhere with a goddamn pool!
The Bahamas are hot this time of year, Lieutenant.
There are babes in bikinis there, Critic. What else do you need?
What are you going to do with a woman?
Critic, what do you think I'm gonna... I mean, haven't you ever heard of the birds, the bees, and the groundhogs?
I don't know, build a dam?
Critic, that's a beaver. Do I look like a beaver to you? I would like some beaver, though. I think we already covered that, though, Critic. Pay attention! I'm sweating my fur off, and you can't pay attention to beavers!
Lieutenant, that is inappropriate.
Fine, critic. The fire, it's burning things because of the heat and the wind, and it's not going out.
Now, was that so hard?
Yes, it was. You don't know how hot it is here, critic. Not only is it 110 degrees here, I'm standing next to fire! Do you understand how hot that is, critic? That's like being in a sauna with a fireplace in the center. Or like being lit on fire. How about I light you on fire, critic? Then you'll know how it feels to be where I am. So, please, critic, can I go to the Bahamas? I'm sure there's stuff to report down there. If not, a naked groundhog streaking through a Bahamas resort will have the newscopters a-coming before you know it.
Name one thing.
Bahamamas? Bahamamas, critic. Bahamamas. Yeah, that's it. Love those. They're great.
Fine, Lieutenant. We'll send you someplace nice next time.
That's great, critic. I'll get my bathing suit and be ready to go right away.
That was Lieutenant Squiggles, everyone. Now for celebrity news. Nancy Pelosi and other top Democrats are calling for Congressman Anthony Weiner's resignation. I hate that fucking term. I hate the term congressman. Congress is the U.S. Senate and the U.S. House of Representatives. The U.S. House of Representatives is not Congress alone. They are part of Congress. They are the U.S. House of Representatives. Anthony Weiner, well, he is a congressman because he is a member of Congress. He is technically a representative because he is in the U.S. House of Representatives, not a congressman. We do not need to dumb down American politics for the people. The people need to learn to do it right in school so they know how it operates. Stop calling it fucking Congress. It is the U.S. House of Representatives. He is not a congressman. He is a representative. A teenage girl who Anthony Weiner reportedly sent messages to on Twitter said there's nothing inappropriate about it. She also said she likes to look at old men's wieners. Faison Love was arrested and is being held in jail this week without bail for domestic violence. This is an outrage. This is a travesty. This is everything is wrong with this. This man, he just committed a misdemeanor. They are holding my black brothers down. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're holding us down, people. They are locking this man away in a cell like he is an animal. He just committed a misdemeanor. A misdemeanor. We need to march on this courthouse. We need to march and show them you cannot hold our black brothers in jail for no reason. Wait, I got a message coming in. He's being held without bail because he violated probation. Never mind. NBA player Nate Robinson was arrested this week for urinating in public, proving athletes are just like everyone else. Underwater researcher Bill Warren is going to the Arabian Sea to look for Osama bin Laden's body. He said he doesn't trust the government and will not believe it until he finds the body himself. His next mission? To look for the Titanic because he doesn't believe the government. Ricki Lake is being sued this week for allegedly burning down a beach house she rented in 2010. In Ricki Lake's defense, how was she supposed to know not to put gasoline on a fire? Richard Simmons danced through TSA security this week. There's no joke here because that's just weird. Jeff Hardy tasered his brother's girlfriend this week. LeAnn Rimes has denied that there is a sex tape between her and her husband, bringing a sigh of relief to people everywhere because no one wanted to see that. Now here's a special segment from me. This is to my darling Megan Riley. Yeah, I remember you, and I seen you're finally on Facebook. I loved you, and I still love you. You're my soulmate. Just look at our signs. I'm a Leo, you're an Aquarius. They get along perfectly. We're meant to be together. See, I knew this in high school when we shared 10th grade English together. It was lovely. Remember, I sat behind you the whole time, smelling your hair. We're meant to be together. I know this. And so I'm sending you this message so you know it too. See, I saved some of your gum here that I got in the trash off of Walmart where you work. I'm not really following you as much as keeping tabs on where you are. It's not stalking. There's nothing wrong with it because I love you. And love is blind. And I got your gum here. And I got it right out of the trash can. And I put it in this frame. It's close to my heart. Sometimes I take it out and chew it just so I can have the sweet taste of your lips in my mouth. And I went to your last haircut and stole some of your hair. I hope you don't mind. Because I needed something. I like to smell it at night. So I have your smell next to me. I sometimes will rub it on my pillow so I can smell you all night long. Because I love you. I even set your photo up as the wallpaper on my computer. I can't do it right now because this camera doesn't shoot my computer very well. But you're my wallpaper, and you're my heart. You're my soul. We're meant to be together. We always were. I know we weren't that close in high school because I was always scared. You see, you were popular and smart and sweet and funny, and I was just that weird guy in English. And I was too scared to talk to you. But now I proclaim my love for you, forever and ever. Because I love you. And I know you work at Walmart. I don't mind you working at Walmart. And I know you're the greatest woman to ever live. And that's the truth. And I love you. And you should know I love you. And I will always love you. There'll be no one to get between us. We're meant to be together. Even the astrological signs say we are meant to be together. So Megan, remember me in your dreams. Remember that I love you. And I will always love you. And that we're soulmates. And that we are meant to be together. Now for sports news. Miami Heat's LeBron James and Dwayne Wade were caught this week making fun of Mavericks star Dirk Nowitzki, who had to miss a game because he was sick. LeBron James and Dwayne Wade were seen coughing and mocking the player. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson then interfered and challenged Dwayne Wade and LeBron James to a tag team match for the name Dwayne. There has been some talk to switch the Houston Astros to the American League so that the leagues will be even. This would be nothing to the Houston Astros, who would have new teams to lose to. Tennessee got their chance in front of the NCAA this week to defend their actions. They reportedly played country music and line danced. A scary crash happened at the Le Mans race this week, but the driver was okay. But the fans in attendance said that's the reason they come to the race. The San Francisco Giants have signed Bill Hall for second base as Freddie Sanchez was placed on the 15-day disabled list. This gives Hall a chance to lose on a good team. Now here are this week's basketball scores. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. I'm Steve Sanders, signing off. And remember, Megan Riley, I love you.